First, very important safety step, you need to disconnect a negative terminal from your battery for at least, I would say, 10 minutes. And make sure you don't have any static on your hand. You can touch metal here or whatever to release any static electricity. Very crucial. That is can be serious if you accidentally deploy the airbag. I have removed my driver's seat out. It took some work. You have to be really careful because you have to remove electrical connectors from underneath the seat. And in order to remove the buckle here, you need number 14 socket here, and there's only one screw there to loosen and remove. Make sure you keep them in place. You don't want to lose anything. This can be pretty expensive. Anything that you miss or break, because I broke one of the plug, which is, I have to look for a used plug at probably online or at a junkyard somewhere. So once you remove this, you pull this out, but actually there's a wire underneath here, a connector underneath here, that you have to pass it through, probably right here. It's pretty tight here, so be careful because there's a wire and connector in there. Okay, and let me show you what it looks like here. So these connectors or this harness are very fragile. I mean, in a way, you don't want to break anything. I have a little problem with this guy here. Basically, you have to push. You can see it here, this part here, in order to release it. They all have some sort of push mechanism that you have to push. Do not try to force them and break them. Okay, learn from my lesson. So and keep them away so you don't step on it, or electrical is very fragile. If you break anything, it can be very expensive to replace, or it's going to be difficult to replace, in my case, I guess. Or if you know how to, you're pretty handy on electrical, then you might be okay. But anyway, this is what the back seat look, empty driver's seat look like. And I removed some of the screw here. Today I'm not going to remove my retraction, seatbelt retraction yet, because, well, actually once I remove my buckle, I'm gonna be until I get the buckle back, I'm gonna be sort of a trick, put the just for maybe the next couple of days or so, do something like that so I don't get a ticket. So, or I mean, the best case, you can order a used seatbelt retractor somewhere and replace it. That might be a easier route. I might do that too, so depending on how this thing goes. So basically I'm gonna send a set of passenger seat belt with the buckle and driver buckle to this place called Safety Restore, to have them check them out, and if there's any problem, fix them. And hopefully when they come back, they should do it within 24 hours. So I'm gonna ship them out priority, and maybe like by Wednesday I get them back, and then I'm gonna put them in and take my car to my mechanic to scan again to see if there's a still problem. But anyway, I like to see if anything breaks when I send them to Safety Restore this week. So I loosen this, almost get it out here. So what does it look like? It has a little ring in there too, so I'll keep this. And then this thing should loose. Ooh, another one in the back here. So make sure you keep all the parts. and I take picture of them so I put them back correctly. But there's wire in here, so I have to, here, you see that wire in there that you have to remove, and through this little space, a little hole here, so you have to do that next. I flip my seat on the side here, and actually there are two more Phillips screwdriver that you have to remove here, so you can easily take the belt out. Okay, so to screw out, this thing come out. It's a good time to clean. It's pretty dirty, to clean your seat belt here as much as you can. Your car seat, I mean. Probably gonna vacuum underneath the seat as well. You're gonna have to remove a couple clips here, 1 and 2, so you can remove, I think, one of these wire here. Connector, it must be this connector through the hole there. So be careful though. So I apply off a couple clip here. I mean, actually 3 clip here. You can see this thing is loose now. So I'm gonna have to somehow fit this through here. It's gonna be a little challenging through there. have to be very patient, and basically I'm using these, I guess, clip trim tools here from Harbor Freight. Now to be a little bit more challenging, in order to free this wire here, I have to loosen 12mm bolt here. 1, 2, and I think 3 on the side here. So at least this thing will loose a little bit. See that? A little bit, not much. I can probably lose another bolt here. Maybe I already did. Yeah. So I removed 12mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have to try to lift this up a little bit more and pull this buckle out. As you can see, I have more space here when I put this thing here. I have more space between the frame and the car seat there, so I can pull the buckle out. A little bit more work here. Okay, I just pulled it out here. It's the buckle. 2 plugs here, 2 connectors, and that's how I get it out here. I may have to do the same thing we already did with the passenger side seat belt. So this is a little tricky here. So I'm going to make sure I put the bolts back, and I don't lose them here. So the bolts on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay, not too bad, I guess. You just have to keep working on it slowly, patiently. Don't break anything. That's a trick. If you're stuck, my mechanic told me, he's very nice. If I'm stuck or anything, don't try to do it, because you could have broken the parts, and that will cost a lot more money. So just take whatever you're doing and bring the car over there, and you have special tools or whatnot to help you. So just do whatever you can, and don't force anything. Try not to force anything. Okay, now just got to put the 4 screws back. I just tied it by hand now, and then I'm gonna use the socket to do that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 over here, and then I'll put the seat back in the car so I can drive. But until I fix my airbag, I'm not gonna have any airbag. So, and The blue tape come very handy. I use it to hold wirings in place so I don't, they don't get tangled or caught up in something and get damaged, because this is very fragile. It can get very expensive. If something breaks, you might not have to, depending, certain thing might have to replace the whole harness. So just want to warn you.